Welcome to the channel. What a game. I know a lot of people didn't really get to watch the Vikings versus the Jets. You know, that game came on early, man. 8:30 where I'm at. But man, it was a good game. It wasn't a shootout like we witnessed with the Falcons in Tampa Bay, but it was still a great game. More of a defensive game. You got to appreciate the defensive games, you know. Defenses get paid just like the offense. The Minnesota Vikings were able to pull out a 23-17 win in London. It was a good game, folks. Let's talk about it. Before I get to the Vikings, let's talk about the Jets first. This team showed a lot of fight. You know, they had some questionable calls that went against them in the secondary. But hey, you can't get all the calls. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers for becoming the ninth quarterback to throw for 60,000 yards. That's an amazing accomplishment, man. But, man, you kind of feel bad for Aaron Rodgers, man, because he ain't got nothing to work with. Robert Saleh, he is not a good coach. I never was a fan of him, man. He's a defensive guy. He's not a head coach. You know, he reminds me of Ron Rivera, who was with the Bears. Good defensive guy, but you're not a head coach. You know, it's easy to see. When you look at the Jets, the only wide receiver he got is Wilson. Wilson had like 13 catches, something like that. Man, the dude be balling, but he ain't got no help, man. You know what I'm saying? The old line shaky. Aaron Rodgers is up there in age. He need everything around him to be good for him to do what he do. He's not young anymore. The old line suspect. You know, every game I watch, it seems like Aaron Rodgers is frustrated. He's taking a beating, man. Aaron Rodgers not built for that. When you look at this game, you could say Sam Darnold outplayed Aaron Rodgers. And that's crazy because Sam Darnold didn't even throw a touchdown and only threw for like 100-something yards, while Aaron Rodgers threw for 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 244 yards. But them 3 interceptions were horrible. I mean horrible. The only bright spot was the defense. They kept him in it, man. You feel me? They held Sam Darnold to 171 passing yards and 82 rushing yards by the team, you know? The defense had 4 sacks, man. They were balling. You know, statistically, both teams were evenly matched. One thing I always noticed about Aaron Rodgers, though, is when something bad happens on the field, he never takes accountability. He threw that interception at the end of that game when he was throwing to Mike Williams. He threw his hands up like that was Mike Williams' fault. That was all on Aaron Rodgers, man. If you're going to be the leader of the team, be the leader, man. You can't pick when you want to be the leader. He looked at Mike Williams like it was his fault. What you think that going to do for his confidence? You feel me? Mike Williams, a wide receiver trying to find his way. You can't just throw your hands up and put all the blame on that guy when it was all on Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers not going to get the blame. Mike Williams will. Not in my book. That was on Aaron Rodgers. And they say Davante Adams would be perfect with the Jets. I don't think so. I don't think Davante Adams want to be a part of this circus. It's not good right now with New York, man. It's not good at all. Now let's get to the Minnesota Vikings. Like I said earlier, Sam Darnold only had 171 yards. They had 82 rushing yards as a team. But let me tell you what they hung their hat on. That stout top 5 defense in the NFL. Brian Flores is a good defensive coach, man. Real talk. I think Brian Flores was with the Patriots. He went to Miami. Now he with Minnesota. Man, that dude done turned that defense around. And you know what I respect about this defense? It got some guys that you know about, but it got a lot of guys that you don't know about. You know, you got the veterans in the secondary. They cold back there, man. You feel me? Stephon Gilmore, the veteran. With the rest of them guys, they play as one, man. They play together. That defense is elite. They had 3 sacks, 3 interceptions. Yeah, they legit, folks. Now they got a bye week where they're going to be off for a week. Come back ready the week after that. Man, Minnesota's in a perfect situation, man. 5-0 and looking like a top 3 team in the NFL. Great win by Minnesota. Awful win by the Jets, man. Until next time, I see y'all on the next one. But before I go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Us small content creators trying to grow just like the big boys. See y'all.